only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. And we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes. Cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. We should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people that we know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people that we know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life anyway. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life. Greetings, one and all family. How are you, family? How's everything? How are you doing? I hope the family is well out there. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope the family is well. I hope everybody's staying healthy during this seasonal time. And it is going to be a great season. And I want everybody to think on that level as we are moving forward into what we call the conjunction of Jupiter, Saturn, even the moon is involved. This is a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. So let's have a good time. Now, as you see, of course, got to promote my book, of course, the new book called Numerovation for Mental Stability. Please, if you want to get the hardcover, it takes a little bit longer because once you send me the finance, I have to go through Lulu, purchase, and then I'll send it through Lulu to you. However, if you want to get the fast soft cover, go to Amazon.com. Amazon.com, you could just look up Numerovation and King Simon, or just Google King Simon's name, and guess what? You will get that book. And also, those people who want to get my other books, please, by all means, my number one seller is this one, of course. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. That's one of my number one sellers. My number one seller for children are numbers are simple, children's health is important. And my number one seller for promotion is no promotion is bad promotion. All publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right. The revised version of that book. Also want to big up sponsors like pedalwise.com. That's pedalwise.com. If you want to purchase any of her health products on that website or their health products on that website, please go to the website and put the coupon code KING2020. And it's only going to last for the rest of this month, KING2020. I just bought some great antiviral herbs from her, which consist of zinc and elderberry and a lot of mixture of African and Asiatic herbs. So make sure you go to that website and show them some love. It's Black owned and operated. And like I said, if you want to get that 10% coupon discount, make sure you put in that coupon. That's King 2020. Yeah. Okay. And also, big up other sponsor here. We have another sponsor. We got Lloyd Strayhorn. Please take his classes. Go to his website. He got 2 classes up. He got his new next level numerology, of course, from Lloyd Strayhorn. Go to his website, lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's lloyd-strayhorn.com. Yeah. That's right. So make sure you get that class. And before you take my class, when it comes up in February, right after my birthday, February 1st, I'm born the same day as Rick James. So you know what that is. Before you take my class, please take Lloyd's class. All right, because I'm coming with a whole holistic numerovation course, breaking down the basics of numerovation and how it is numerology, but it's another level of numerology because I'm adding the motivational elements and why we need to implement the motivational interpretation of numbers and not go towards the degradation of the numbers, because there's a degradation of the numbers and there is a motivational interpretation of the numbers. So we want to make sure when you take that BATH method, the BATH method is called beyond, around, track, and hearing. So you're learning to see around, the basics of seeing around the numbers, the basics of seeing beyond the numbers, around the numbers, being able to track your numbers throughout your life, or even project and look at the trajectory of the numbers throughout your life, and being able to wonder why you hear certain numbers and why you turn when you see 222 or 444, 1111, keep on showing up in your chart. So we're going to talk about that when it comes to my classes. If you want to buy real estate, this is a person that can help you. Her name is Miss Janelle Lewis, licensed real estate salesperson and consultant. Give her a text, 347-866-1153. That's 347-866-1153. And like she says on her flyer here, let's talk about your goals and review your financial credentials so you can get that first property or that first real estate, okay? Also, my dear partner in vibes right here on King Simon Presents, not on the Numerovation Nation, but on King Simon Presents, this sister here is called Wilmillion Adornments. Make sure you get her earrings. Go DM her at Wilmillion_adornments and get those beautiful earrings that she has. And of course, that's her and I right there for King Simon Productions or King Simon Presents. And here is my brother Copper Mike or Copper Child Mike Ill. The Copper Child Mike Ill. Make sure you check him out. Now, he has an interesting way that he deals with numbers because he wins lotto. So he's good at winning some lottos, family. So once again, hey, check out Mike Ill. Go to Conscious Black Crystal Connection on YouTube. And of course, there's the book again. Of course, there's some of the merch. You can go to the website for the merch. We got the merch on the website. There it is. That's Numerovation merch and products. You go to kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Okay. Like I said, moving forward, this is going to be the intro. This is just part 1 of this particular, because I might just do 3 parts of this. But this is prepping for the manifestation, 2020, 12/21 through
1225, preparing or prepping yourself for the manifestation and using numbers, no doubt. Of course, I'm the Numerovator, so I'm here to help you prep. And I want all of you to share this, like the video. I want to see some thumbs up, family, because the more you thumb it up and you share and like the video, the more the algorithms go up, 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 and we keep on moving forward, forward, forward. And that's what I'm talking about. All right. So this is part one of Numbers Are Forever. Numbers are forever. Y'all remember Diamonds Are Forever, James Bond back in the day, right? So numbers are forever. And we're touching on the what is infinity. Let's deal with the infinity and what they say that is the meaning. What is the meaning of infinity? According to when I Google up what is infinity, it says, what is the closest number to infinity? It says math possesses two infinities. An infinity of one where no other numbers exist, and there is one and only one, and then it has zero, also passes the infinity gap. But whereas zero is an infinity of nothing, number one is an infinity of something. And since something is better than nothing, one is the closest to infinity. Now, that is from Google. This is what they say on Google. All right. And then it says, what is the meaning of infinite number? Or meaning of the infinite number? It says, without an end, not finite. Example, there are infinite whole numbers as of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 until infinity. It keeps on going. So numbers are forever as far as we know, especially in this realm, because we can keep on counting every day of our life and the numbers can still keep on going. And even if you transition and you're still counting, it will keep on going. Even if you come back to this realm again through reincarnation and you're still counting, you can keep on going. That's the beauty of our great numbers, that our ancestors found it so fit as symbols, because obviously the Arabic symbols or the Hebrew symbols of what we call 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are not the same, but because it's been refined and developed over the years, because it was transferred from culture to culture and all that, from Greek to Roman, and went into English, French, all these different cultures, and we find where we at now with the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way to infinity. So I want everybody to pay attention to the numbers that you are connected to in this particular one, because right now we're entering a very good manifestation cycle. That's why this is part one of Numbers Are Forever, prepping for the manifestation. And of course, 2020, 12/21 is coming at 12 midnight, which is a very interesting number, because if you add the 12 plus the 21 plus, let's say, 12 midnight, which in military time will be 0, 0, 0, 0 all the way through. But let's put the 12 there. It adds up to 45. Now, what's so interesting about the number 45? I want y'all to look at the number 45. Look at those beautiful numbers, 45. And I want you to take a look at it, because if you really look at the number 4 and 5, they're like the centering of the numbers. They're like the 4, 5, 6, those are like the midway of the numbers. That's when you get into the crossroads. That's why if you ever do a numerovation session with me, or you might do an astronumerology session with Lloyd Strayhorn, you'll find that when you reach the 4-year cycle, or we call your 4 personal year, we call that the crossroad beginning, because this is the crossroads of your life that you're beginning for 4 years. So that 4-year cycle of crossroading happens at the 4-year cycle. going all the way to the 7 personal year cycle. So I'm talking about the 4-year cycle, which is the 7 going to the 7 personal year cycle, and how you find that your personal cycle, what your personal cycle is, and you find out how you're in the crossroads is if you add the day you were born with the month you were born and add it to the year that we're in. So if, let's say you're born October, and you add October 1st. Let's say you add October plus the number 1 plus 2020, and that adds up to 2031. And you keep on adding it until it comes to a single digit, and 2 plus 0 plus 3 plus 1 equals 6. So whoever's born October the 1st, in 2020, this would be their 6th personal year. So they are still in the crossroads of their life. I hope everybody got that. That's how you find out what cycle or if you're at the crossroad. The first set of cycle, which is the 1, 2, and 3, are what I defined in my own studies. Other numerologists or other people might define it as something else, but the 1, 2, and 3 are what we call the beginning and the expansion cycle. That deals with expanding, growing, taking it to the next level, taking your mentality to the next level, taking your relationship to the next level. That is the 1, 2, 3 cycle. Okay. And then the 4, 5, 6 cycle are what we 4, 5, 6, 7 cycle are what we call the crossroad. And then the 8 and the 9 cycle is what we call the manifestation, but also the cleansing, the detoxification as you lead into the 9 year, getting prepared for the number 1 cycle to come back at another level of your life. So if you're going from 1 to 9 in your life, and then by the time you get back to the number 1, there's another level. Now, if you didn't strive to reach those higher levels, then you can remain complacent, or what we say, comfort is the enemy of progress. So throughout the 1 personal year to the 9 personal year cycle, if you haven't strove in these and understood which one of these cycles can help propel you to each level so you can get to the next level, then you might be complacent, or you might see yourself going backwards due to whatever has happened in your life, due to the trauma, the drama, whatever. And there, without doubt, family, there is trauma and drama that takes place in each one of these cycles. I'm not going to front. There's always the duality. The balance has to be, but it depends on how your mentality is how you handle the traumas and dramas that might come in each cycle, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 cycle. But every cycle is to help you spiral up to be your highest and wisest level. So please understand that. Please take that to consideration. You know what I'm saying? Very much take that into consideration. So I'm very real about this, and I want people to really get it. And because right now we are prepping for the manifestation cycle, whatever cycle that you're in, it's supposed to go to another level going into 2021. Now, I want everybody to be clear. I was watching my dear friend Sultan Asir, the Duke of Tears, and he was breaking down some of the calendars. And I wanted to share something with you in what he said in regards to the calendars that we're living under right now. And those that have not checked out Brother Asir, I'm going to link up with him sooner or later. My brother, I'm going to link up to him because I'm down in Florida right now. And I said something on his recent broadcast about of course, the Gregorian calendar that we're going into. We're going into 2021. The Moorish calendar, we will be going into 1441 from a Moorish short calendar. The Ethiopian calendar will be coming. We're in 2012 with Ethiopia. By around September 11th, we'll be going into 2013, according to the Ethiopian calendar. But he said something about the Asiatic calendar. And he said the Asiatic calendar right now, or the original ancient calendar, is up to 15,601 going into 15,602. So let's say we decided to delve into that. Let's say we decided to delve into that per se. You know what I'm saying? Let's say we decided to. Let's say we was going by the Moorish calendar, the calendar right now, and we're in 1440. Let's say with 1440. So if you decided to have your own calendar system in your house and you decided to add your birthday, let's go back with October the 1st because it's easier. Let's say we added October plus October the 1st, known as the 10th month, know that we all know the etymology of October. The octo represents 8, but we're not going to go there. Let's stay with the Gregorian thought pattern that we've been taught under right now, because everybody's resonate with it. Even if you call that the 8th month, everybody's resonate with October as the 10th month. So let's say that's 10 plus 1 plus the Moorish year that Asir broke down, 1440. That's which we would be in right now, going into 1441. So whoever's born October the 1st, plus the 1440, they would be in, let me see, that's 9, 10, 11. They would be in an 11 master year cycle. And sometimes a lot of numerologists break it down to the final digit, which is called the Fadic method of breaking it and adding it all up until it comes to one digit. But when you see a master number come in place, then you got to reflect that master number. Again, let me show some of these master number energies. So when you see a master number, you got to reflect the master number. So a person born on October the 1st, going by the Moorish calendar, adding it to 1440, which is a Moorish short calendar, then they would be in an 11-year cycle, because it would end up being 1451, and 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1 equals 11. Get me? So wherever you are culturally, whether you're in China, Japanese, I believe China has a 4,000 year calendar. I know Jewish people have their own calendar system within their own organization, but they still do unto Caesar, give unto Caesar's what is Caesar's, and give unto the Lord amongst themselves what is the Lord. So they abide by their calendar, and certain Muslims abide by their calendar and their lunar calendar and all that. So it's very important that whatever culture you under, let's say you decided to move to China, and China is celebrating, let's say, a 4020 calendar. Let's say it's 4020 calendar, and you were born on October 1st. Then you would add 10 plus 1 plus 4020. So 10 plus 1 plus 4020 is 4031. And then if you break it all down, that's 4 plus 0 plus 3 plus 1 is 8. So if you was living in China under their calendar system and their long, extensive empirical system, then you would be in a number 8-year cycle in China, because you do as what they are doing in their landmass, because that's where the power of that number is stronger. And then when you come back to America, you go back to 2020 or 2021, whatever we're doing with. I'm just trying to show you that numbers can work any way you want to put it. That's why numbers are forever. I don't care where you go. Numbers are forever. And the counting system continues for an intimate amount, not infinite amount of ways, but it has an intimate connection to each one of you if you understand it. And like I always say, if you read my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, you'll find out that I said in my book that, look, don't pay attention to the labels and the titles, but I do want you to learn. Now, if you want to find out about labels and where the personal cycle, what's a personal cycle and what's a pinnacle cycle and what's a destiny number, what's a life path, then go to Lloyd Strayhorn and learn that basic astronumerology class. Go take that basic out. But I ain't gonna care nothing about none of that stuff. I'm about showing you why the numbers are important wherever you show up. So when you come to my class, I'm going down the BATH method. Like I said, seeing beyond the numbers, looking around the numbers, tracking or knowing the trajectory of the numbers, and learning to listen to the numbers, because they're usually telling you some great things, family. They're telling you the highs and lows of your possible growth if you pay attention and use the interpretation for your benefits. That's why I call it numerovation. Numerovation, using the numeral, the numbers of our ancient interpretation and ancestors and connecting it with the masterful methods of motivation. So my studies with the Les Browns and my studying Ian Levan Zant and me studying Tony Robbins and me studying people like Dennis Kimbrough, and me studying people like Lisa Nichols, and me studying great people like Zig Ziglar, born November the 6th, Ian Levan Zant, born September the 13th, Les Brown, born February 17th, Tony Robbins, born February 29th, on a leap year. Go figure. People like Eric Thomas, born September the 3rd. You know, those great people. I don't got Lisa Nichols' birthday, but I'm going to find it soon. I'm going to find it. I can read her name. See, that's why I said when numerology, what's so interesting about studying numbers, that numerology is the only system that can transpose letters into numbers. I don't care what kind of letter you have. You got the Arab numerology, and they use the letters of the Arabiya letters and connect the numbers to that. You could use the Hebrew letters. You could study people like the Kabbalah God, my brother A. Rashid, that breaks that down, or people like Nova Ampu, that's into Hebrew and all that kind of stuff, and know that. But if you study those different things, I study a little abjad from the Islamic perspective of the Sufi order and all that. So it's so important that wherever numbers exist, you can use the interpretation of that particular number system for your benefits to stay and live on a higher vibration. That's why numbers are forever. And numbers are forever, family. Oh man, we focus here. We focus. You know what I'm saying? So those who want to do a Numerovation consultation with me, especially for 2021, please, by all means, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. If you live outside of the United States, I have to say that. If you live outside of USA, that means if you live in Canada, if you live over there in the Caribbean, if you live over there in Africa, if you live in Benin, wherever you're there, South America, guess what? You got to use WhatsApp. And then I want to apologize for a sister. We did WhatsApp and it kept on crackling on her part, on both of our parts. So I'm going to have to start doing Zoom phone calls or StreamYard phone calls again, because the only reason I didn't do the Zoom for my sister, and I'm apologizing publicly for her, because she watched me on Dreamwise and she was so intrigued. A sister from Canada, big up to her. She was born on the 15th of September. Can't forget that day, because that 15 is something else. But she was from Jamaica, but she lived in Canada. And what's so interesting is that it was crackling so much on her part that she didn't get the gist of it. So I returned her money and I still sent her the recording, because I know I record every session. So even if you don't, if we haven't problems with the internet, and plus I was in a certain part of Georgia at that time that had nothing but problems with the internet and all that. So Spectrum is terrible. Hey, I hope they don't try to mess me up, but Spectrum is terrible as far as I'm concerned. I use no Spectrum. But apologies to that beautiful sister. I know she was beautiful, because 15 people born on the 6th, 15th, and the 24th of the month. I've never seen an ugly 6th, 15th, or 24th person unless they made themselves ugly. That is them. If they did that, they made themselves ugly. And how do a number 6 or a person can make themselves ugly? Bad attitude, bad energy, always arguing, always jealous and gossipy. That's the negative of the number 6. Don't want to do this. Don't want to help each other. Don't have no understanding or respect, understanding, disrespect. So see, I can go down all the numbers and they're negative. And one day I'm just going to deal with the negative of the numbers and why you should avoid the negative. Does it come in and out of your life? Yes, it does. It really does. You've heard me on various spaces thinking about taking my life or hurting myself. Now, I don't think like that anymore. But I know there's times when I get depressed. As much as I'm happy-go-lucky and y'all see me smiling on this picture and all that, I got all my 52 teeth. It is what it is. But there's sometimes when all of us get depressed. All of us get depressed and we go through some depression. It's a matter of how you control your depression. You just have to learn to control your depression and manage your weaknesses. I heard a great preacher once say, and his name is A.R. Bernard, Pastor A.R. Bernard, good brother. He's born August the 10th, the same day as Brother Polite, born the same day as Daniel Pina. So this brother, A.R. Bernard, said, we have to learn to manage our weaknesses and strengthen our strength. And numerology and the studies of numbers and their interpretation can help you to manage your weaknesses and strengthen your strength. It has helped me throughout the years to manage those thought patterns that might try to come up on me and it might try to crawl up. But according to MIT, I've learned this from numerous motivational speakers and had to research it myself. But according to MIT back in the day, if those who don't know what MIT is, that's Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They do a lot of deep studies going with the mind, all that kind of stuff. If you research that university or if you've ever been there. But according to MIT back over probably 15, 20 years ago, they said it takes 16 positive to knock out one negative. Wow. It takes 16 positive to knock out one negative, especially in a society that's so full of negativity. If they're constantly promoted in the news, they're constantly promoted in all throughout television, all that. 16 positive thoughts to knock out one negative thought, family. You know what that means? To have 16 positive that has to knock out one negative? It's real. We dealing with some real stuff in the society. That's right. Tell them hit the like button, Healthy Girl. Thank you very much, Healthy Girl T. Tell them to hit the like button, like it up, and stop playing with me. Because we dropping some mathematical wisdom here. And remember what I always say. Look at the bottom of this flyer. It says the study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will guide you. They will guide you. It has guided me to be an author. It has guided me to be an MC on major stages. It has guided me to be a recording artist back in the day when I left the Ansar Allah community back in '88. I listened to Brother Lloyd Strayhorn. He did a quick reading for me on the radio in 1988, 1989, and on my birthday. And that's when in '89 is when I released my first reggae song to the public, to the world. And that reggae song, y'all heard me play it numerous times on this. It's called Black and White Story. That's going to be turned into a children's book momentarily. But that song went up to number 5 on the reggae chart. You know what it is that back in 1989 going into 90, what it is to be on the number 5 on the reggae chart amongst people like Shabba, amongst people like Yellowman, amongst people like Supercat, amongst people that was rising stars. I was one of those rising stars. And I left the business because I got robbed by I felt I got robbed by the producer, but he really didn't know what he was doing. So I can't blame him. I actually forgive him. But what's so interesting, as I study numbers, he was born October 1st. And in the science and studies of numerology, I'm born in February, he born October, and usually in the science and studies of numerology, the people born in October can be your challenge to you. Matter of fact, to me, and usually when you do a session with me, I give you your challenge numbers, I give you your challenge months, I give you your power numbers, your power months, and your most favorable numbers and favorable months. If you want your neutral numbers and neutral month, I give you all of that so you can know to gauge what's going on in your different months and under what numbers and all that kind of stuff. So I do that even in my sessions. So if you want to do a consultation, Numerovation consultation session, let me be real here. You text me at 347-496-1022. You see it right here on the screen. And if you live outside of the United States, please, Canada, Africa, England, then you can use WhatsApp. Use WhatsApp. But if you live in Puerto Rico, Hawaii, or the U.S. Virgin Islands, then you could text me regular, and they won't charge me nothing extra. Okay, so let's go back to where we was at. Let's go back to where we was at, because this is what we doing. And this is interesting because, like I was saying earlier, this is part 1. When you're dealing, and this is part 1, prepping for the manifestation, because right now we're in the manifestation cycle right now. We're dealing with the manifestation cycle. And there's nothing hocus pocus about it. If you put out the right energy, and I was watching my brother, Dr. Ali Muhammad, he was teaching on it also. Go check him out on his YouTube channel, Aboriginal Family, I think it's Aboriginal Family. I'll see if I could put it up there, if I can find it. But My brother Ali Muhammad was talking about the whole manifestation, working with the magnetic energy of the universe. Now, if you're dealing with numerology, I'm not an astrologer. My strength is not astrology. My strength is numerology. If you're dealing with Jupiter and Saturn, and I said this on another show, Jupiter in numerology is connected to the number 3, and all the major numerologists that was successful at this concur with that connection. You might have other numerologists that says this, and might have other numerologists that says that. But all the major numerologists that were successful at that, like Shiro and Lloyd Strayhorn in different parts of life, Shiro was big back in his day, concurred that the planet Jupiter is connected to the expansion number of the number 3, because planet Jupiter is the largest planet in the cycle, in the solar system. Saturn and all the major numerologists of the great times back in the 1800s, all the way to, like I said, people like Lloyd Strayhorn, who I consider one of the great ones of this time, they all concur that Saturn is connected to the number 8. Now, those who add 3 plus 8 equals what? 3 plus 8 equals what? Let's see if y'all really listening out there. Let's see. 3 plus 8 equals what? Let me see if y'all listening. I want to see y'all put the number. 3 plus 8 equals what, family? I want y'all to talk about it. Let me see if y'all really working with me, if y'all really listening to me. 3 plus 8 equals what? If Jupiter adds up to, is connected to the number 3, and Saturn is connected to the number 8, 3 plus 8 equals what? Come on, let me see y'all. Let me see your hand. Let me see y'all put the number. How much is it? Very good, Denisha. Denisha's first. She puts it up. Denisha's listening. I like that. Denisha, you're listening. All right, TP, you listening? TP, are you with me? You listening? Who else is listening? All right. Get the point is listening. You get the point, huh? Get the point. That's what I'm talking about. 3 plus 8 is the number 11. Comedian Chuck Real. You listening? That's what I'm talking about. See, I like my listeners. I like listeners. I like people. It's 55 of us in here and they not listening. Something wrong with you. Still stunning. All right. Still stunning. You listening. And 11 is 2. And now, if you want, now still stunning, you did something very interesting. If you want to go to the number 2, low frequency, it's all right, because 2 has its high level too. But I want to stay on the master number 11. And what I wrote in my book about the master number 11, and I want to go straight to this book. I'm going to show you what I wrote in this book. And anytime I write something in my books, especially this new book called Numerovation for Mental Stability, it is connected to also the time that we're in, and it can be connected to the cycles that we're in. All right. So make sure when you pick up my book, Numerovation for Mental. Paris, what's up, Paris? My girl, I'm going to interview Paris soon. Check her out. PW Collection, pwcollections.com. I bought some great soaps from her. Temple Black Exoticism. Okay. Eroticism. Big up to you. Darla McDonald. What's up? What's up? Leo, everybody saying 11. Michelle, what's up? All right. Let me break it down. Let me read it from my book. Those who don't have my book, please order this book. You can actually go and get it faster on Amazon. But if you want the hardcover, you go to KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. And I say in my book, number 11 is the symbol of new beginnings and the ability to be a master of wisdom and efficiency acquired during the past cycle of the 1 to 10, according to specific studies. The number 11 is a master number, also considered a doorway to spiritual and physical world. So look, the Jupiter energy, the Jupiter and the Saturn energy is that 0.0, that 0.0 energy that's opening the door. And remember, 0 is the messenger. If it's a reset going on, then that 0 is that messenger that's going to bring the message. Now, whether you get the message or you don't get the message, that's up to you. But it's somewhere in your spiritual magnetic force field in your body, you're going to get the message, whether it takes longer to germinate in you or not. Whether it takes longer to germinate in you or not. But I go on to say that the master number 11, also considered the doorway to the spiritual and physical world. It provides keen insight, visionary ideals into the future. The number 11 person are known as the creative visionary. So those that are born under the number 11 frequency, like this person just said, 2 children born under the number 11, then you should pay attention. They should have some real interesting dreams throughout their life. They should have some real interesting dreams, especially if 11 shows up in any part of your life or in your cycles. Pay attention to your visionary thought patterns, your intuitive dreams that come, keen insight, visionary ideas. And since the conjunction to me from a mathematical perspective, like this person just put up on here, what they put up. Can you speak on the grand conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter? Like I said, Saturn to me as a numerologist adds up to is connected to the number 8, and Jupiter is connected to the number 3, and 3 plus 8 is 11. So the 11th cycle that we're entering is a creative visionary cycle. It's one of the master or highly intuitive master numbers. Like my dear friend, one of the reggae artists, Manure, named Elephant Man. He born on the 11th of September. Or Farrakhan is born on the 11th of May. And people like anybody connected to that number 11, or if it passes through their charts or it's in their name at any aspect, I always look for those master numbers that shows up at different parts of your birthday, your name, especially when I do a session. So if 11 is this doorway, during this conjunction, mathematically, you should look for what you're going to do in that doorway. Do you want to manifest your creativity during this doorway? Do you want to manifest your highly intuitive abilities during this doorway? You should have great intentions going through this doorway. Pay attention to your gut feelings in this doorway, but there is also duality. I want people to know there's also a duality in this number stuff, people. There's a duality to this. And if you're not living on its highest, it goes towards its negative or its lower frequency. I don't really like to say positive and negative, but it goes from its highest to its lowest. And the negative of the number 11 is deception, treachery. So we got to pay attention to the media, because in numerology, the number 11 is also connected to the sign Aquarius. And Aquarius, we know this is the age that's opening up. So if that's the case, and the negative of the number 11 is treachery and deception, master deceivers, lower vibration energy that might take over, that means you got to pay attention to the media. And we know that Aquarius rules technology. So got to pay attention to the deception that they put out there. I got to give you the positive and negative. Everybody want to give you the positive, and it looks like an aha moment, and everybody's going to fly and go into this. No, family, that's not how it works. Things come in gradually first and foremost. Just like you see the sun comes in gradually in the morning and then goes out gradually at night in the sunset. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. So the inner works of the master number 11 is to find and use its intuitive powers to create, inspire, guide humanity into the light of love, compassion, and healing, but also be very weary of deceiving and deception and being a deceiver yourself. Because there's people that can go down the negative road also. There's people that can take that route in this day and time during this great conjunction. So I just wanted to touch that, Of course, 11, none of the numbers is always positive. That's why, like I said, I don't like to call it positive, because really the numbers are a symbol, and it's the interpretation that could either have its highs or its lows, or you can maintain complacency. In my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, I say there's 4 paths you can take: the constructive path, the obstructive path, the destructive path, or the complacent path. The complacent path is when you're comfortable, you don't want to do nothing, you just want to stay where you at. Look, this is the time to manifest. And I want everybody out there to research the word manifestation. What does that mean to you? What is it that you want to manifest in this new reset, this new sub-zero connection of the conjunction of the Jupiter and Saturn energy? So what is it that you want to manifest? Look in the mirror if you have to, and really look into your eyes and ask yourself, Who am I? What am I? And what do I want to manifest moving forward? And you don't just want to manifest for a year. You want to have 100-year plan, 50-year plan, whatever numbers you can be at. If you want to manifest for the next, but you got to be meticulous, like people like Billy Carson says, and people like Negus, the guy Negus, I forgot his YouTube page, Negus, that's what Brother Rich promoted, people like Brother Rich. I'm telling you, family, we can use the magnetic field of every planet or those two planets at this period of time. And remember, it's not just going to jump right in your lap. Please don't think this is hocus pocus. This is alchemy, but alchemy, even alchemy, is a time consuming thing to make things manifest, because remember, the ancient magi's of the past were able to manifest things. That's why they was called magi's. Those was the ones that was able to turn nothing into something. And because we're going into 2021, let me break that down a little bit. We're going into 2021, family. And man, I'm feeling so energized, and I'm getting all these downloads. I'm ready to turn off the light and just talk to y'all. But because we're going into 2021, like y'all have seen me done before, I've spoken about paying attention to the 20 and paying attention to the 21. Because in numerology, or the study of numbers, the number 21 is the number 20 and 21 are very significant. Oh, yeah. It's very significant. And a lot of people want to negate that. A lot of people want to run away from that. Me not run away from that, family. Me can't run away from that. I'm telling you. And I don't want none of you to run away from it either, because it's a teaching mechanism here. It's something here to teach you and guide you. So you got to pay attention to that 2021. And in an old numerologist book, and I want to read from them. I want to read from this book for a reason, because what's so interesting about 2021, before you add it up to 5, and it sounds good, it sounds cute, it's beautiful. Okay, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 is 5, so we'll be in a 5 universal year cycle. Okay, that sounds good. But when you go to compound number studies, you'll find that the 2021, the 21st, deals with the awakening. It's a symbol so y'all can let you know, although I'm not going to show my face. Back of my books all the time, I'll be here forever. I'm honest. I'm honest about that. I'm not trying to hold knowledge for myself. I want people to get it. I went off for a second, people. I went off for a second. Please pardon me. I went off for a second. I want people to get it. Please pardon me, family. I went off for a second. Like I was saying, I give people in books and information in my. I give people recommended reading. If you can hear me, please press 1. If you can hear me now again, please press. You can hear me, press 1. Oh my goodness, every time. If you can hear me, press 1. If you can hear me again, press 1. If you can hear me again, press 1. If you can hear me, press 1. Can you hear me? If you could press 1 if you could hear me, family. Press 1 if you could hear me. Press 1 if you could hear me. Press 1 if you could hear me. Okay. Can you hear me again? Oh man, they don't want us to reap the benefits. Can y'all hear me again? I'm sorry, family. I'm so sorry. Can y'all hear me again? I'm back up. Let me just finish it off with this 2021. Because I when I start dropping, it always happen like this. I'm always going through this. But let me continue, because like I said, this is part one. This is part one, prepping the manifestation, prepping for the manifestation. Can y'all hear me? Press one real quick. Press one real quick if you hear me now. If you can hear me, press one right now. Right now, one. Okay, good. Let's go back into 2021. The importance of the 20 that we're resonating with now has come in gradually, and it's still coming in strongly because we're still in the years of the 2000s. So it's all right. The 20 is about the awakening. It's about the new purpose, the new plans, the new ambitions, some great purpose that we're supposed to do. So even people born on the 20th should pay attention, or people born under that number 2 energy should pay attention and pick up on their intuition and their intuitive powers, because that 20 is strong. But that 21 in tarot or in the compound number of the ancient system, that is called the universal number, the number of the universe. And that number is also called the crown of the Magi. So the 21 that we're coming into is also the crowning of these Magi's. And all of us are descendant of people or somebody in our ancestry that was a Magi, that was able to turn something out of nothing. Even in the Quran, the scriptures of the Muslim, they said that man was made out of a clot. When the woman and the man come together, they made that congenial clot that starts to grow. That's considered nothing but turns into something. So each one of us that have sperm and ovum that can come together and become one are alchemists. And we can do some alchemical things. And some of us have done some alchemical things. How many of us had no money for our phone bill, or had no money for our shoes or our clothing? And all of a sudden, because we thought about it and we started wheeling and dealing and putting everything together on a menial level, but we turned nothing into something. Many of us have done that through our life. So all of us are alchemical in some form of fashion, and we have some form of alchemy energy in us in some form of fashion. That's why we can use the manifestation energy of the magnetic energy of the universe and the sun and the moon, and we can use the magnetic energy from the planet Earth and actually put our intentions out there and magnetize it to us, because we all have this aura around that magnetize us, whether it's on a small level or a large level. It's totally up to us, because thoughts are things. We would not be speaking on this modality or this platform if somebody didn't think of it. So every one of us have a thought pattern, and some of us think small. That's why we manifest small things. Some of us think bigger. That's why we manifest big things. Don't hate on the people that's manifesting big things, because you're not working your magic to its high, because at the end of the day, all of us is born with the same stuff, especially original people. But not negating all the other people, but especially with original people, they got to understand we are the original people of the planet. So we are connected even more if we really tap in. So 2021 represents the crown of the Magi energy. It represents advancement, honors, elevation in your life. It's a great success cycle. It's a victory, a long fight cycle. You got to fight through it. You got to be victorious. And remember, none of us came out of here without no bloodshed. All of us came out of our mother's womb, and even if you got a C-section, they had to spill blood. So there's some type of bloodshed that had to happen, whether it's spiritually or physically. Understand, when you got 21 attached to it, that deals with the long fight, where the crown of the Magi is given to you only after you go through your long initiation and your test of determination. So you need to be determined of what you need to do. You need to determine what you need to do. You have to be willing to go through the initiation. You have to be willing to fight to get what you want. And it takes work. It takes work. And I'll say it again, it takes work. I didn't get where I got to, where I'm at now, because I was lackadaisical and all that. There's times when you want to be lackadaisical. There's times when you want to be lazy, when you don't want to get up out of bed. I understand that, family. We all got these ups and downs. We just need to learn how to use these cycles to benefit us during the month, during the day, during the hour, during the second, during the moment. Because there's moment, then there's a second. Big up to Brother Polite, who broke that down one time. There's a moment. The moment represents the first. The second represents number 2. So there's not seconds of the day. There's a moment of the day, and there's a second after that. And that's a true breakdown. If you look at how we constructed time in our ancient past, we understood the moment, and then we understood the seconds. So the moment they're trying to separate seconds from moments. They're trying to sell us the seconds. So what we missing out in the moment? Because we're not living in the moment, we jump into the second. When you're supposed to live in the moment. So I'm living in the moment, family. I'm happy to be with some friends here in Florida and living in the moment and about to go out there at 12 midnight. Strike a 12, I'm going to be out near a lake just taking in some energy and doing my manifestation meditation. And if you're not near a lake, look, get in a tub or go outside or go look at if you can see the moon or see any of the planets, or if you got a telescope, go look at it, go manifesting, because this is a magnetic energy. When you got 2 of the largest planets damn near close to each other on the quantum level, but if you put your 2 fingers together, like your 2 fingers as close as it can get, that's what you're looking at on a level that we're in. But on the quantum level, that's an enormous level. So, 2021 is also a great year for all of us to manifest if you use the energy correctly. And the basic way of recognizing 2021, oh man, I'm gone again. The basic way of seeing 2021 and recognizing 2021 is if you add the 20, 2 plus 1, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. 20 plus 21 equals 41. Now look at that. Now I want everybody to do 20 plus 21. That equals 41. Now 4 in numerology represents the structure, the discipline, the organization, the need to communicate clearly with not only your outside self, but also your inner self. And 1 represents creativity, because once you learn to communicate and have the discipline, then you get more creative. That's when you need to start writing. You need to start applying what you write and start applying what you've communicated from your download or your uploads from your magnetic pole. Oh, you need to do it. You need to do it. You need to do it. And I like what billionaire what's the name? Billionaire P. Brother named Bill. He worked with Red Pill and Blue Pill. I think it's Billionaire P. I forgot his name. Those who know his name, y'all know what I'm talking about. Brother Billionaire. Forgot his name, but he says he's born on the 19th of September. See, when somebody say their birthday, that's it. I got it in my head. He born the same day as the beautiful sister Sanaa Lathan. All right, so. Billionaire, brother billionaire, but I forgot his name, Billionaire P. But he says he does something different on the 19th of every month. So I want every one of you out there, whatever day that you're born, like I'm born on the 1st, on the first day of any event or any number that adds up to your birth, the day that you was born, you do something significantly, do something of new difference, change, make some goals. So if you're like, I'm born on the 1st, so on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th of the month, I always want to manifest something different or do something different. You understand? So you got to I want y'all to pay attention to certain things. So every month, no matter if you're born July the 10th, okay, or July the 22nd, 2 plus 2 equals 4. If you're born July the 22nd, everybody, if those that are born on the 22nd of the month, then go down to your 4, and every 4, 13, 22nd, or 31st of the month, manifest something or write an ideal down, do something and keep on doing that and start setting goals like that. Like, okay, on the 1st, I'm manifesting this. And then on the 10th, I'm going to make this happen. Let's say I'm writing down these ideas. And then by the 10th, I'm going to make at least one of them happen. And then by the 19th, I'm going to make this one happen. And then take it to the next level by the 28th. Start doing those type of things and start practicing those type of things, especially because this is the manifestation cycle. So you want to think on a manifestation cycle as of tonight, going into 2021, moving forward, because this is the big reset. according to astrologers and astronomers and all the great ones that understand this connection, because everything has its connection. The universe is connected to us. The universe is connected to each and every one of us, and everything that's out there in the universe is also inside of us. Okay, family. Look, this was part 1 of Numbers Are Forever. Pardon the interruption, pardon all of that, prepping for the manifestation. Part 1. I want to make sure you thumb up the video, share the video, and please like the video. Show me some love, family. Show me some love. You know what I'm saying? I dropped some real jewels tonight, having a good time. And it was really coming from the whole heart. And there's so much more, because numbers are forever, and the interpretations of the numbers will continue to change, but the foundation of them will remain the same. You understand? The foundation will remain the same. That's why my classes, when I teach classes, going to be different. It's going to be different, because I don't play with this. I want y'all to know it from a holistic perspective. That's why I call it holistic numerovation. Holistic numerovation. It's a course, and I have my own method. This ain't nobody else is teaching this method. And then I'm not taking away from nobody else. It's just that I'm setting the pace for this one, because numerology is evolving, and numerovation is one of the evolutions of numerology. It's not the is all or be all. It's just one of the evolutions. That's all it is. And it's all right. All of us are welcome to evolve from your teachers or your guides. It's all right. If we're standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, then damn it, you better stand. If you and all of us and all these everybody always say we are standing on the shoulders of our ancestors. If we are all standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, then we just better stand. So keep your mind at a higher frequency. Keep your mind at a higher manifestation frequency. Be meticulous about what you want when you start jotting down your ideas, and put it out there, what you want in the universe, and dream about it. Think about it. And I'm not talking about just night dreams. I'm talking about daydreams. Thoughts that might come, first thoughts that might come to you. Usually the first thought is the best thought, especially if it's the first positive and productive thought. That's the best thought. Pay attention to your first thought. Now, there's times when you might be trying to date somebody, and all of a sudden your first thought says, leave that person alone. Then that's your first thought. Let's be real. I've seen it. Believe me, I've been married 3 times. And yo, I swear to you, sometimes it get crazy. I swear to you. But I've been down that road. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to tell you, sometimes it's like, oh man, I knew this was going to go down this road. And then I always have to realize that it has happened to me. It's me. Because you attract who you are. If you was reckless and whatless, like we used to say in Jamaica, if you're reckless and whatless, then you're gonna attract reckless and whatless people sometimes. That's what we used to say in Jamaica. If you're reckless and whatless, you will attract reckless and whatless people. But sometimes we attract, and let me tell you the truth, and I've been truthful anyway. All the women that's been in my life that meant something were all good women. It's just sometimes it's me, and that's what Reverend Ike, check him out. He does a lot of manifestation CDs and DVDs on YouTube also. I like this Christian way of teaching because he deals with manifestation using that Bible. But it's usually when problems and problematic people and problems come into your life, it's because of you. And sometimes you got to look into your mirror and change that aura from attracting that problem. Change, reposition yourself, because all of us are like pictures on the wall that's tilted. You don't see the tilt, but it takes somebody else to see the tilt that love you and care about you. The mother, it could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be a cousin, it could be one of your best friends that see that tilt you're hanging on, and they want to help straighten you out. because they see the tilt. And we might fight the straightening out. We might not want to be straightened out. We might want not ready to be straightened out yet. But sometimes it's that tilt that we need to straighten out. And so we can be back in line and be back in order. You know what I'm saying? So my family, I love and respect you. I honor you. Thank you for just spending a little time with me. Right now it's 57 minutes after the hour. 57 minutes after 8 in the East Coast. 57 minutes after the hour, wherever you may be living. I am honored to speak to you right before the 21st. And I'm, like I said, this is only part one. This is part one because I got to break down more different things about it before my class come up in February. So don't forgive me if it don't come up right away. The part two doesn't come up right away, but this is part one. Like I said, this is part one of Numbers Are Forever, prepping for the manifestation. That's the name of this particular one because we're 1221. Between 1221 and 1225, just prep yourself and keep on manifesting and thinking in a manifesting way. Listen to the I am meditations, the I am frequency meditations, 528 meditation. Listen to all those things that's going to keep your mind right because like I said, according to their studies, and you know, European societies study every darn thing because they want to control us. They study everything because they want to control us. So remember, it takes 16 positive to knock out one negative. It takes 16 positive to knock out one negative in the society, according to their MIT studies. That's what it says, according to their MIT studies. So if that's the case, we need to bombard our mind with the most positive and productive thought patterns and creative thought patterns ever, especially during this time. And keep on because it's gradual. And it's up to you if you want that gradual growth to happen to you. If you want that germinating seed to start manifesting good fruit, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. I'm only a messenger. That's it. I'm only a messenger through Numerovation. Ra'aku is a messenger through cosmophysics. Aquarius Maximus is a messenger to cardology. Lloyd Strayhorn is a message through astronumerology. You know, and there's other great messengers. People like Queen Need, Empress Queen Need is a messenger in her own right, and her own whole team. Abundance Child is a messenger through Ife and the Ori. You know, there's so many messengers out there. That's why I do Numerovation. Numerovation, because using the numbers, frequency, and its patterns and sequences are help to motivate you. And although there's low frequencies connected to them on the other side due to the interpretation of the numbers, there's also a means to stay on its high. And you got to work for that high frequency. You got to work for it. Mama Pill, yes, my girl, Mama Pill, Blue Pill, Red Pill, all of the great ones out there that are doing positive work out there. All of them mean so much in so many ways. The 19 keys, the all the billionaire PJ is billionaire BP. I forgot his name. Billionaire, I forgot his name. But the brother, he said something there that's key also. All of us got this. Some of us manifested more than others. Brother Polite has helped me out. Umar has it too. Some of us manifested more than others. Everybody has a skill. Whether you use it positive or negative is up to you. Whether you use it in a condescending way or you use it in a high rising and elevating way, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. Billionaire PA, that's his name. That's my brother. Billionaire PA. He's a good brother. He broke that. So, family, I love y'all. Numbers are forever. And when the numbers are coming, you use them for your benefit. Da-dum-dum-dum. Numbers are forever. I love that song. Diamonds Are Forever. I love that. James Bond, I used to love that. But what's so interesting, one more thing, James Bond, 007. And the best 007 in the James Bond series just passed on. His name was Sean Connery. Now, recognize 007, and he's born August 25th. 2 + 5 is 7. So he played the best spy in history. He was one of the best spies in history. And do you know the number 7 is one of the numbers that can go as work on the field of being a spy or an agent? I can't make this up. And the guy named Ian Fleming, who wrote 007, his name adds up to the number 7. And he's the founder and the proprietor of the 007 franchise. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I study patterns, sequences. I study those measurable, repeatable, observable patterns. And I can't make this stuff up. You can Google it. You can Google this stuff right now. All right? So look, let me pick up some of the sponsors before I leave so we can get on out of here. I want to thank each and every one of you. Make sure you thumb up the video, share, like, share, like. Don't forget, this has been Numbers Are Forever, Part 1. Part 1, prepping for the manifestation, 12:21 through 12:25, and keep on manifesting after that. Then, now, let's go to my book. Make sure you want to order it hardcover. It's going to take a little longer to get the hardcover. It is $40 for the hardcover, but you get a hardcover. And I send it straight from the printer. I don't have time to sign. I signed all the books already, but there's no signing for it. But you get, next time you run into me anywhere, then I'll sign it for you. But boom. The soft cover, Amazon, it's $25 on Amazon. So please try to get, if you want to get it, please go get it on Amazon also to get it fast. And you got to have my books for the classes. So this is one of my books. This is another one of my books for class. If you want to be on my class when it comes up in February, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. And here's another one of my books, Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. And this is not necessary for class, but it's good to have this book for class. Good to have this book because it's about promotion and how to promote your business from a small level to another level. That's what I deal with. And of course, if you want to take my Numerovation, holistic Numerovation course, please email me at the email address on this particular email, the numerovator@gmail, and then I'll put you in a file, and then I'll send out those people that wants. I'll send you how much the cost is and all that kind of stuff. I am going to be doing a free Q&A in January for the people that purchase my book. So if you purchase my book and you email me and said you purchased my book, you will be in that free Q&A session that you can ask me any questions, and I'll let you put out any questions you want to put up there. I might have you call in if you want to call in and talk, and we could talk about the book, this book here, and the other books that I have and how it can help, because I have evolved, and I'm going to evolve. I'm feeling the evolution even more, not just because of this cycle, because I knew it was a gradual cycle that we got coming in. So I feel the evolution I feel the evolution of myself. I feel the evolution of astrology, numerology, all that stuff is going on right now. It's evolving. All these modalities are evolving. Watch what happens in the next 10 or 20 years. Watch, pay attention. You know, King Simon said it. All right. Also, if you want to support my brother the Copper Child, Mike Ill, get those crowns. My brother got these crowns. He also got a nice online visual book club. And also he got a YouTube channel, Conscious Black Crystals Connection. If you want to get your real estate, buy your property, buy your land, learn how to buy it, learn how to save up and invest, call this sister Janelle Lewis, 347-866-1153. Give her a call or text her and tell her King Simon sent you. Check out me and my partner when we at King Simon. We got some big interviews coming up. I'll be announcing that probably at the end of the week before January come in. I'll be announcing that on my Instagram and my Facebook. That's King Simon at Facebook, King Simon Production at Facebook, and also Instagram. That's King Simon Production Prod, King Simon Prod at Twitter. And you can hit me up there. Also, Lloyd Strayhorn, go and take his basic class. That's one of my teachers, a dear friend of mine in the radio business, in just life. This is one of my good friends. When he got my book, he damn near shedded a tear. He said he shedded a tear because he was so proud. I signed the book as a hardcover book. And when you have one of your teachers say they're proud of you, it's a beautiful thing. Just like Dr. Africa published his books, and he published my books. He published my books starting first. My book was the first numerology book Dr. Africa published. Then he published Lloyd's other new books. But when people like Dr. Africa, the late great Dr. Africa, and all that supports you like that, it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing, man, to have your elders support you. Again, my class is coming up. I already showed that. Of course, if you want to celebrate or support Wilmillion Adornment, she got some great orgasmic earrings that you might want for Kwanzaa or for gift giving. This sister makes some. I've seen people and sisters stop this sister in her tracks and bought earrings just because she wore them with her style and her flair, looking good. Hit her up, DM her on IG at WilmillionAdornments.com or Wilmillion underscore Adornments. This sister, I'm by my family's house. This is one of my friends and family. I'm visiting with her too and her family. And yo, pedal wise, I just bought this antiviral liquid that you can drop under your tongue, and it helps to build your immune system. This sister sell it on her site, pedalwise.com. That's pedalwise.com. And if you want that 10% deal, buy a certain amount, save 10% with the coupon code King 2020 before January 1st, because we're going to go to King 2021 next. All right. So make sure you go and support this sister. She got a great thing. I seen her make the products. I seen the love she puts in the products. I seen the energy she put in. So I know how this thing works. You know, I see how they do it. Also, boom, these are the books. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. No promotion is bad promotion. All publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right, the revised version. And of course, if you want to do a numerovation session with me, text me. If you live outside of the United States, use WhatsApp to text me or email me. Use WhatsApp to text me or email me. But if you live inside the United States and you want to text me, 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. As I came in, and so I leave. Regardless of land, label, language, there's but one creator. And let's say something. Let's say a prayer. This is Dr. Delbert Blair's prayer. And this is a good prayer for all of you. And it goes, please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair, for this prayer. Thank you, Dr. Blair, for this prayer. He was a good friend, a good Baba, somebody who treated me with respect. I was the last to bring him into New York before he transitioned. He was supposed to do one of my anniversaries. I had to change him over for Professor Griff and Irritated Genie. But Dr. Blair was supposed to do it, and then he got sick, and then he transitioned on January 31st. So enough respect. And if you do want to continue supporting Dr. Blair's legacy, please go to his official website, themetacenter2.com. That's themetacenter2.com. He has like 3 to 4 books of his own that they transcribe and put on there. He has the ELF, or the low frequency protectors and all that products. Go to Dr. Blair's website and show him some love, all right? While he's transitioned. He came to me in my dream a few times. And what he said, every time Dr. Blair comes in my dream, I'm sitting in a classroom, because that's what he used to do, teach. He was Aquarius like me, who was born February 13th. That brother is powerful, all right? I love you, respect you. Y'all be safe, stay strong, stay out of trouble, and let's manifest together, family. I want y'all to email me all in the next 30 days. I want to see let's say next 90 days. I want to see what y'all manifest. So please email me or text me. Let me know what you manifest. DM me. Let me know what you've manifested in 90 days after this conjunction. After when this conjunction happens, I want to see what y'all manifest, because I got some stuff I'm about to manifest, boy. Woo-hoo, I ain't playing with none of y'all. So y'all better not play with me. I want to see it so I can support you. All right? Peace, love, and soul. Numbers are forever.